How's it going, guys? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer, coming at you here with another video. This one should be pretty fun, lots to talk about. I don't want it to be a long video, but you never know. Sometimes it can go obviously over that sweet spot, 10 minutes. So, wine of the day, we've got here The Legend of Big Bill. So this is ridiculously big, it says. So I picked this up here while I was on my road trip, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. Pour a glass here and we'll get things started. Oh yeah, nice big glass of wine. So yeah, I went on a road trip here. I just got back today. Basically, I went out to the Sandbanks, which is in what's called Prince Edward County near Picton, Ontario. So it's basically you go down, for anyone who's familiar with obviously Ontario, Canada, you go down the Highway 401 and then you go past Kingston, Ontario, and you keep driving, and then eventually you get off the highway. You drive a little bit more and then you get to the Sandbanks, and as you can see by this clip here, absolutely beautiful on the beach. We got there around 11. It was pretty busy because we're headed into a long weekend here, and it took a while to get in. There was a lot of cars, and at first when we showed up, we asked because you go through like not a toll booth, but you go through like to pay, and they give you like a permit that you put in your car, and you park your car for the day, $20. And I know like the main beach when you go in, when you get there, basically how it is you look out to Lake Ontario and you can just see water as far as the eye can see. And the nice thing with the Sandbanks is you can walk out into the water, especially for someone like myself that can't swim. You can walk really far before the drop off, so it's really enjoyable. But the lady, we asked her, is there any other beaches around that we can check out that might be a really good beach? Because we get to the Sandbanks, there's so many different beaches on the it's like a national park, right? So she recommended one and we went there and it was absolutely garbage. It looked like we were swimming in our backyard. So we left there and we went back to the main beach closer to the entrance, and we had a great day. Again, got there around 11 and we left at 4 before, you know, getting sunstroke, because that could just make you sick. So we left just in the nick of time, and as we're leaving, we're going down this country road, and there's a lot of stuff to look at. It's really nice. And my buddy that was driving his CRV, he's looking out the driver's side window. He's looking at, you know, some of the houses as we drive by, and I'm looking straight out the window, and all of a sudden a fucking deer bolts out of the cornfield. So I go, whoa, and I hit him, and then he turns around, looks out the window, and he hit the brakes, thank God. And that could have been really fucked up. You know, we're trying to have a nice day and then you hit a deer like that. Ugh. So we got out of there and we headed back to Kingston. We had a hotel down by the water. So we checked in and then, you know, obviously changed our clothes because we're full of sand. And then we walked out right downtown Kingston, went out for a bite to eat, hit up a few pubs, had a real good time. All things considered, COVID-19, a lot of stuff is either closed or you can go in, but you gotta wear your mask. It's crazy. In Kingston, it's different. It's like a restaurant or a bar, as an example, you can actually sit at the table without your mask on. It's just once you get up, like if you want to go to the washroom, you gotta put your mask on. However bizarre that sounds. So yeah, I had a real good time, and then got back this morning, and then I just sort of been chilling out here. You know, obviously just the sun took a lot out of me, but I'm feeling a little bit better. Already at the 5-minute mark here, so let me keep this going. So I got what I want to talk about mainly on cards here, because if I don't write it down, I'm gonna forget stuff. So the first thing I want to mention, my Making the Change mini documentary video that I posted a couple days ago. I just wanted to say thanks to any and all of you that watched it, because I was very hesitant to post that. I had all the clips in a folder to put that together, but I just wasn't sure if I was going to do it. Obviously, it's a gaming channel. And again, somebody personally reached out to me in my comment section that doesn't typically leave comments, but he left a comment asking me a couple weeks ago, are you going to put that video out? So I did it mainly for that one person. But I couldn't believe kind of embarrassed, to be honest with you. Like, the amount of people that actually from the gaming community that watched that video was 30 minutes long. And I don't care if you watched only 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I'm not insulted, but I got almost I think I'm over 250 views on that one, if I'm not mistaken. It did pretty good, better than a lot of my gaming videos. And I got a lot of comments from people, again, mainly from the gaming community, that actually either appreciated me putting that video out or left me like a really long comment. I like the long comments, talking about how they may have had a personal time in their life like that as well with their occupation. So I was really happy to see a warm reception to that video, because again, I know it's not for everybody. I don't have a second YouTube channel, so I had to put that on my main channel like that, even though I know a lot of people don't watch my channel for that type of content. So I really do appreciate that. You won't be seeing a lot of videos like that. That was just something that I have been filming over the course of a year, so I really appreciate that. So moving along here, what else we got to talk about? So some gaming related stuff I want to talk about here. Cuphead is coming to the PS4 apparently. I saw that somewhere. I'm really surprised to see that, because I thought that was a Microsoft exclusive, albeit it is on the Switch, but I know Microsoft has like a weird relationship with Nintendo right now. But I don't know, apparently it's coming to the PS4, and if you guys get a physical release on that, that would be even better, because I've really wanted to get that game, but I've been holding out for a physical release, which we never got. So that's exciting. I know a lot of people are really excited about Cuphead on the PS4. And the Mafia 1 remake. Finally, there's some video on YouTube showing off the Mafia 1 remake, and 2K Games did a complete overhaul, and it looks incredible. I mean, I'm definitely going to buy that game, especially if it's on discount, but it's a complete overhaul. It looks like Mafia 2, basically, so I'm really excited for that. I'm going to buy that. So 2K's re-releasing Mafia 1, 2, and 3 on the current gen consoles, if you're not aware. But 2 and 3 are kind of like HD remasters, but 1 is a complete, from the ground up, basically a retelling of the first game. Apparently they've added some content. Again, the graphics are completely overhauled. And like I said, I'm just floored with how good it looks, and I'm really excited to play that. So I'll definitely buy that when it comes out. I have the original Mafia for the original Xbox, and I did get pretty far into it, but I never beat it. And it is kind of getting obviously a bit long in the tooth. So to get that retelling of it, as long as they didn't go the route of like, some of the more recent Resident Evil remakes, where like Capcom actually removed a lot of key parts of the original PlayStation games to make it more, I guess, fan-friendly. I don't know. The new Resident Evil 3, from what I've heard, is just I've also got news here, Halo Infinite. I saw this on Review Tech USA's channel. Actually, he's been putting out some decent content lately. But apparently 343 Studios, behind the scenes, apparently, like, the employees are really not happy there, and apparently some internal information got leaked as far as employee reviews. Basically, when you work for a company and throughout the year your employer might ask for feedback and you give feedback. A lot of times it's anonymous. Well, I don't know, you watch Review Tech USA's video and he showed some of the employee feedback, and it's not too good. Apparently, a lot of people are bitching about Halo Infinite's graphics. A lot of people think it looks even not only like a current gen game, but Halo 5 looks graphically superior to Halo Infinite. So a lot of negative feedback about the graphics, and apparently, 343 Studios, the coding for that game is being held together with duct tape, and 343 is bringing in outsiders from outside the organization to do the coding, and that can cause a rift when you have long-term employers that are working there. All kinds of stuff when you work for a company. So apparently, like I said, when you got employees that are working on a game and they're not happy with how it's coming along, and their employers telling them, putting a gun to their head, telling them which way to go as far as art direction is concerned. I don't know if that's the case, but that's what it sounds like. That's really unfortunate, but I am looking forward to that game, and I probably will buy it, albeit I might wait for it to go on sale before I buy it. Excuse me. I tried to bust out my Nintendo Wii a couple of days ago because I did buy recently a classic a Wii remote. Take a sip of my wine here. But I forgot you need to have the Wii remotes, which didn't come with this box, and you connect it to the classic controller to use it. Completely forgot you had to do that, so I can't play my Wii. I have to buy a Wii remote so that I can hook it up to the classic controller, unfortunately. So that was kind of a piss off. And so the last thing I want to mention here, a shout out to the Big Retro Show on Twitter of all places. He posted a comment here, or he retweeted something from Rolling Stone magazine talking about there's a documentary that's actually going to be on tonight. It might have already played by the time you see this video, of the group from the late 70s, early 80s, the GoGos. Now, I'm a huge fan of the GoGos. They're an amazing band. I have a few of their records here. Obviously, Vacation. And then we've got here Beauty and the Beast. So, you know, probably the first all-female band that was extremely successful. They all played their instruments, obviously. You know, you got the famous lead singer there, Belinda Carlisle. This is her debut solo album, Belinda. Yeah, she's pretty hot back then. So yeah, it's pretty cool. They got a new song out, which kind of promotes the documentary, and it's just interesting because you know, the four girls at the time, they were just young girls in the early '80s. You know, they portray them as these, you know, very, very good-looking, you know, innocent girls, but behind the scenes, obviously, there was some drugs, and there's also some other stuff going on there as well, so they weren't so innocent. So, yeah, interesting. I'll probably watch that tonight, so I'm glad I saw his tweet there, so that's going to be fun. I'll put that on tonight. It's on Showtime in Canada here. It might be on Crave, so I'm going to check that out. Pretty excited. So, that's pretty much it. Other than that, you know, try to stay away from the drama in the community. Yes, fucking Radical Rick can't stop talking about me and Darius. It's absolutely pathetic. The guy's absolutely obsessed. The only time he ever gets views is when he talks about us. The guy has some sort of personal vendetta against me and Darius. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to say about that. Again, if the person can't show their face and they're going to hide behind an avatar, then you can't put much stock into what it is that they're saying. So, yeah, Rick, you know, it's a lot easier for you to hide behind the camera than it is for you to get in front of it, because if you got in front of it, you know, you'd be too thin-skinned. You'd be worried about what people are saying about your appearance. So I guess that's the reason why you hide behind the camera. So, fuck, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, he's got an alt account floating around out there, YouTuber Radical Rick, and he puts out a video immediately. You know, basically, you know, oh, it's probably Darius and Canadian Gamer, probably those guys. No, it's Level 1 Online. That guy's fucking nuts. So yeah, he's on Twitter there, you know, posting Darius Truxton's full name. So he's basically doxing the guy. So yeah, just stay away from the drama on YouTube. It's ridiculous. You know, stick to the regular topics. You know, stay away from the drama. It's unhealthy. It's negative, extremely negative. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So negativity breeds negativity. And that's why, you know, especially lately, I've been trying to just, you know, keep it, you know, just talk about games. You know, don't talk about anything else. And just mind your P's and Q's. And, you know, Simon Stevens fell off the map. He hasn't been around, so that's good too. I haven't been harassed by him lately, my fucking stalker there, my John Lennon stalker. So I'm going to cut it off there at the 15-minute mark. Not much else to really talk about, to be honest. But yeah, Sandbanks, if any of you guys come to Canada and you're in Ontario, I highly recommend checking out the Sandbanks. It was a lot of fun, and it feels good to dip your toe in the water, put your feet in the sand, and feel Earth's elements. And, you know, it's crazy when you're out in a place like that, it just clears your mind. You feel so much better about yourself, and you know, when you have a sharp mind, you can accomplish a lot more than when you have a clouded mind, and you know, you're not focused on the task at hand. And I've been working a lot lately, so for me to take a day off and go to the sandbanks and just sort of, you know, decompress and detoxify myself, it felt really good. So like I said, any of you guys out there, if you're inside a lot or you're working a lot or you're just stuck in a routine, I implore you to just take a day and go out and do something, whether it's a hike or climb a mountain or go climb K2. I really recommend it, because when you're out in Mother Nature like that, you realize a lot of the silliness of our daily lives and our routine. It's just ridiculous, and the world revolves around money. But when you're out there like that, you know, other than the $20 we spent to get in, we had a fantastic day, and we didn't really spend a lot of money. We were just on the beach there, and it's just, oh, I wish I was there right now. I wish I could go back. Good Lord. So it's about a 2-hour drive, so maybe I'll go back next weekend. We'll see. Maybe I'll pitch a tent. So that's going to do it right at the 17-minute mark. So again, guys, I really appreciate you watching. Thanks again. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Take care.